bit early. Still got 20 minutes before the class officially starts. This class is going to be on using Manus AI, which is a new tool. I have not used it yet. I just received the invitation to use it, and I signed up, got everything. I haven't even set anything up. I don't know what setting anything up is, but I got my link, so now I have an account there. I know that I've got 1,000 credits to use with it, and I don't know how the credit system works. So basically, I'm brand new to using Manus. I watched a video, and let's go ahead and just pull up that video for reference. And if you have any questions, want to send me a message at all, you can just go to my website, andremauricedavis.com, and you'll see a message form right at the front page. Go ahead and hit submit, and I will get your message and reply accordingly. The video that I was talking about, let's see. This video from Nick Ponte. I asked DeepSeek and Manus AI how to make money. Excuse me. So this was the video that I saw that introduced me to Manus. A friend of mine sent me the video. Nick Ponte. Check it out. I asked DeepSeek and Manus AI how to make money. So that's the video there that kind of got me to thinking about this. This is Manus, and I suppose as I was trying to pull this page up, it was I went to a couple different sites. Go to manus.im, Manus MANUS.im, because it's not manus.ai or manus.com. Other things were popping up. So manus.im is the site you want to go to for it. So I guess that's some good startup advice. What else? The other thing that we can do whilst we wait, is to get the recipe for spaghetti-o pie. So tonight I'm cooking spaghetti-o pie, which was inspired by, not inspired, well, I was told of baking SpaghettiOs in a pie, or putting it on a pie crust at least. I'm not real sure. I didn't get a recipe, but as it was described, I envisioned a pie with SpaghettiO and baked in, and then the thought of putting a chicken patty in there, like a frozen chicken patty, came with some cheese, and I thought it sounded delicious. So I want to make it. I have the ingredients. I've got SpaghettiOs with meatballs and pie crust and chicken nuggets. I wanted to get little dinosaur ones, so it looked like, and I wanted to kind of make it look like they were in like a tar pit, or I don't know. I wanted to play with it, but instead, I think there's moon and stars um, that I have, which is fine. But I can put those sticking out of the top and put it inside. I'm not sure how much I can put inside because I've got the can of SpaghettiOs with the meat in it as well. So I don't know. We'll see how it comes out. But I wanted to see um, for cooking time and all of that, what would be appropriate because I don't have a recipe. And I want to just look one up, so I figured I'd use ChatGPT to find it out. So let's play with the little audio here. And I suppose I could have just recorded as I spoke here. So we'll try this again. Hey, ChatGPT.
Hey Andre, what's up?
I am going to be cooking a spaghettio pie tonight.
Spaghettio pie. That sounds fun. Do you have a recipe in mind or are you winging it?
I'm winging it, and that's what I need your help with. I'm going to be. I've got pie crust, like the kind you got that you get at the grocery store. That's like just in the fridge, and then I've got I've got 2 cans of SpaghettiOs, but I don't need to use both cans. Can of SpaghettiOs with meat, and then I've got chicken nuggets that I want to cook in with it as well.
Nice combo. Let's break it down. For the crust, you'll pre-bake it a bit so it doesn't get soggy. Then you can mix the spaghettios and cook chicken nuggets together. You can top it with some cheese if you like, and then bake it until everything is heated through and the crust is golden. How's that sound?
That sounds pretty good. I want to kind of be artsy with it too. So I want the chicken nuggets to be sticking out in different parts of the pie.
I like that idea. You can arrange the nuggets on top in a pattern before baking, maybe space them out evenly so each slice gets a nugget or two. It'll look fun and taste great.
Yeah, I like that idea. So um, what I could get from you, please, is, excuse me, a recipe.
Sure thing. Here's a quick recipe: one refrigerated pie crust, 1 can of SpaghettiOs with meat, 6 to 8 cooked chicken nuggets, shredded cheese, optional. Instructions: preheat your oven to 375 Fahrenheit, 190 Celsius. Place the pie crust in a pie dish and pre bake for about 5 minutes. 3. Mix the SpaghettiOs and chopped chicken nuggets, then pour into the crust. 4. Sprinkle cheese on top if desired, and arrange nuggets sticking out. 5. Bake for 20 to 25 minutes until the crust is golden. Enjoy.
That sounds pretty delicious. Thanks, ChatGPT.
You're welcome. Have fun cooking.
All right, so we got a recipe, or instructions is was the important part of it. And we'll go ahead and copy that. And here's the recipe right here. I'll just save that. Oh, let's leave it. Now I have it. Boom. Ready to cook. And we got, let's see, about 15 more minutes or so. And let's do this while we wait.
All right, so that's uploaded to SoundCloud. That's uploaded to Instagram. YouTube's updated. Hello. I am going to walk through what I do to publish the music that I make, or anything that I make audio wise. Typically, this is the process I do. And when I started doing it, it was frustrating for me to, I don't know, just kind of learn how to do it. So this is the process that I started following, kind of piecing together what I learned is where I can put stuff and all that stuff. Anyway, let's get started with, and this is the song, and I've named it and I've saved it, and it's in FL Studio, and now I need to export it. What I do is I export it into a video first, and then I'll put that onto YouTube, and then I'll take the audio from that, master that through Mixia, and then I'll upload that mastered track to DistroKid, and I don't have it set up in here, but then I'll typically I'll add it in there. I'll make a promo for it that I put onto Instagram, and sometimes I'll post it to LinkedIn too, but in this case we'll just go up to DistroKid. Maybe we'll go into Instagram as well. But so I'm in FL Studio, I hit File, I go down to Export, and I go down to Video File. So once that opens up, there's a wizard that pops up. So whatever I put in there last, the last song I did was Yesterday, was with this album cover. You can choose any, they have a bunch of preset stuff. I like to create album covers based on whatever it is I feel the song is. I do that through ChatGPT now because I don't have any artistic skills in the sense of drawing or digital art. I would love for anybody who wants to create, promote their own art on my covers for the music. That'd be great. Reach out to me. I'd much prefer doing that than using ChatGPT. But I started doing it with just the covers with just the name in a fancy font, script or whatever, and then I really wanted to have like actual art and stuff or imagery onto it, so I started doing this. But anyway, so I've already gone into ChatGPT, and what I use, I created a GPT called Album Cover Artist, and it's just loaded with prompts as to how I want the album cover to look going through. So I give it some information, song title, tone, what I'm feeling about the song, and then it will generate a suggestion. I have it, give me a suggestion as to what it wants to do. I agree to it or disagree with it and make changes, and then it creates the image. So this is the image for this song, which I called Inky Confession, and I've already downloaded it. So I go back into FL Studio after I download it, and I can change the background image by clicking Browse here and pulling it from, I have an images folder saved, and dropping that in. So there's my album cover. So now I can put in the song title, and it'll change the text over here. So Inky Confession. And I just delete the comment. I've used it once before. And you can change the font on this. I don't mind this font. Let's see what else there is. Let's just... and so the foreground is, you'll see music bars here if I play this. and that's part of the video. And then if I want to change the text, I can use the identification, and you can scroll through by using the arrow keys, and you can also select on it and try to figure it that way. I think arcade cabinet was the first one. Let's see what superhero looks like. That's the one I usually use, I think. So we'll go back to that. I changed it for a specific one and never went back. And then you can resize and organize it. I find this a little bit clunky, and maybe it's just my computer's response time, but you hit these gears, and then you just got to click on whatever it is you want to do, and then there's not really an indication that it's working. I guess it is. There's a little AA sign, which I never noticed. And then you click again, or double click. There we go. And then it comes up. And if I wanted to move this, I can do that as well, but I kind of like it right in the center. That's fine. All right. And then also what you can do if you don't have a specific thing in mind, you can hit this randomize button, and it'll give you a random selection from the background and the foreground and all that stuff. All right, so I've got that cover set up as I want it, and then hit this button down here. I don't have the right resolution. I think that's the issue. And then I always copy this into my YouTube thing just to give it credit for the program, I guess. Hit OK, and then I hit start. And so now what that's going to do is render the song. It's going to make the wave file, and then it is going to make the video file. All right, great success. So we have our files now. We've got the Inky Confession MP4 and the Inky Confession WAV file. All right, so now we're going to upload to YouTube first. So I just take my file. I want the MP4, the video, and drop that in. And then I can put in the information I had, so here. And then I'll add it to my playlist. And then I'll just next my way through. Actually, I'll put a card to my playlist as well. Next. And then publish. And there, that is YouTube taken care of. So I can close that. And now I can see that Inky Confession is on my list of content here. And I go over to DistroKid, and we want to master a track. So I use Mixia through DistroKid. And in this case, we want to master the WAV file. So we'll just click that and drag it in here. And this has been taking a little while to process the past couple days. I don't know if it's the time I've been doing it, but this is going a little bit faster. Well, the first part did. We'll see how long this part takes. It looks like it's going pretty quickly. This is done, and it's done now, so I can give it a quick listen. Yep, it's mastered. Then I can download. So this part takes a little bit of time too, because it generates the download file, and then you click on the button to download what it is. But it seems to be going pretty quickly, so maybe it won't take that long. There it is. So we just download. I do high quality. And then I save all of my mastered tracks into a folder of mastered tracks. And so I will drag that into that folder so it's saved. My mastered file here, so I want to upload that to DistroKid. So we will do that. And once you set it up, a lot of the stuff gets saved. So all I need to do at this point is put in the genre, which is not my favorite thing to do. I don't really ever know what I'm doing. I know typically it's electronic, but after that, I'm not really sure where to go. So I'll just pick house. And perhaps it's confusing for people. All right, and then so here it's asking for the album cover. So I will go to my images and drag that in. And then I will put in the track title. And all of this is usually pretty good. I gotta put in the audio file now. So I'll pull that from the Mixia folder.
All right.
Drag that in. And it asks you if you want to master your track with Mixia. I already do that. I think I tried it before where I just dropped the track in and then click master your track with Mixia, and then I had to upload it again. So I just started uploading it first and then going through, in case you come across that. Music and lyrics, I just put in my name.
Oh. I was wondering why that wasn't stopping, because I wasn't doing that. All right, so we are going to use Manus, and I have started some information to work with. And the idea is to take all of this information that I have in this text document and dump it into Manus and build out some communication for a business project that I'm working on. So let's go ahead and log in after I shut everything down. Oh. And here it is. Let's download. No, I already have the phone app. I haven't used it, so let's start. Let's do this together.
Hi, I'm Pete from Manus AI. For the past year, we've been quietly building what we believe is the next evolution in AI. And today, we're launching an early preview of Manus, the first general AI agent. This isn't just another chatbot or workflow. It's a truly autonomous agent that bridges the gap between conception and execution. While other AI stops at generating ideas, Manus delivers results. We see it as the next paradigm of human-machine collaboration, and potentially a glimpse into AGI. Now let me show you Manus in action across 3 completely different tasks. Let's start with an easy one. In this example, we'll ask Manus to help screen resumes. I've just sent Manus a zip file containing 10 resume documents. Since each Manus session has its own computer, it can work like a human. First unzipping the file, then browsing through each resume page by page, and recording important information to documents. Manus works asynchronously in the cloud, which means you can close your laptop anytime, and Manus will notify you when everything is complete. Of course, you can also give Manus new instructions at any time. Here I've sent Manus 5 more resumes. After carefully reading all 15 resumes, Manus provides the ranking suggestions along with candidate profiles and evaluation criteria as supporting materials. This is pretty good, but I prefer a spreadsheet. Let's have Manus create one. Manus has its own knowledge and memory, so it can teach Manus that the next time it handles a similar task, it will deliver a spreadsheet right away. In this example, we'll have Manus conduct some research. It needs to filter New York properties based on multiple criteria. For complex tasks, Manus first breaks them down and creates a to-do list. Manus begins by searching and carefully reading articles about the safest neighborhoods. Then Manus researches middle schools in New York. Next, Manus writes a Python program to calculate my budget. Based on my budget, Manus filters listings on real estate websites. Finally, combining all the information gathered, Manus writes a detailed report and compiles all the resources.
So this all looks really good. I'm excited to test this out. I'm wondering, in this demo, for example, I mean, it seems like it's just kind of doing all of this pretty automatically, making a lot of assumptions as to that's what it would want to be done. And maybe, because he did touch on at the beginning that spreadsheet example, maybe that's integrated. I get it. This is a quick video demo, so it's not going to necessarily look the same, which is why I'm excited to get my hands dirty and try this. But I just wanted to call that out, and as a thought, as many thoughts are coming to my head, I'm trying to restrain myself a little bit. But let's continue watching.
In this example, we have Manus perform a correlation analysis between stocks. For professional data, Manus can access authoritative data sources through APIs. After validating the acquired data, Manus begins writing code for data analysis and visualization. For Manus, coding isn't necessarily the goal, but rather a universal tool for solving problems. It looks like Manus has completed the data analysis and visualization. But interactive data visualization is even cooler, so I asked Manus to create a website based on these data. With my
And this part of it, being able to create a website and other forms of communication, you know, those charts and stuff were cool. Not for what I'm doing right now, but that would come into play as well if I had charts to show. But maybe we can do some charts. That would make sense. We'll see. But in any case, the website part is what I'm most interested in going into this with. So let's see what they have to say about this.
Permission, Manus deploys the finished website online and provides me with a shareable link. Let's see what Manus has created. What you've just seen is just a small sample of what Manus can do. In fact, on benchmarks designed to evaluate general AI assistants, an early checkpoint of Manus has already achieved state-of-the-art performance, and it's only getting better. Beyond benchmarks, Manus has been solving real-world problems on platforms like Upwork and Fiverr, and has proven its capabilities on Kaggle competitions. This wouldn't be possible without the amazing open-source community, which is why we're committed to giving back. Manus operates as a multi-agent system powered by several distinct models. So later this year, we're going to open source some of these models specifically post-trained for Manus, inviting everyone to explore this agentic future together. The name Manus comes from the famous motto, Mens at Manus, mind and hand. It embodies the belief that knowledge must be applied to make a meaningful impact on the world. And this is precisely the promise of Manus AI, to extend your capabilities, amplify your impact, and be the hand that brings your mind's vision into reality. We can't wait to see what you will achieve with Manus.
Very cool. Right in line with my mind-body connection philosophy. All right, so let's get to it then. Good enough introduction. I've already signed up. Sign in. Sign in with Google. All right. Hi, Andre. Thanks for being an early adopter of Manus. Your passion and creativity have been inspiring. Today, we are excited to announce two major updates. Introducing Manus Membership Beta. We're launching a beta version of Manus Membership with more usage credits, run more tasks at the same time, enhanced stability with dedicated resources, and extended context length. Okay. As a thank you for your early support, we've added 1,000 free credits to your account. With more bonus credits coming your way from time to time, we will continuously optimize system efficiency and reduce the number of credits consumed per task. Manus mobile app now available. I have that. I haven't used it yet. Take Manus everywhere with you with the new mobile app. Create tasks and check results anytime, anywhere. Thanks again for your continued support. We can't wait to see what you create with Manus team. Get Manus app. I already have it. Subscribe now. Did I already? Oh, I see. No. So that's the membership. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe. What's this one? I wouldn't be doing that right now. This one potentially though. I would if Manus ends up being better than ChatGPT. I think I'd probably shift all my stuff over here. Save the important stuff that I had saved in there. Because one of the things I like about ChatGPT, it has turned into my second brain, and I can go into, especially with the projects, as I've used the projects a little bit more, where you can keep the files all together. That's nice to use as a reference point. Okay, hello Andre Davis. What can I do for you? First of all, Manus, there's no accent here. There should be an accent with my name. So, already a negative mark for Manus. Wow. Just kidding. I'm sure Manus did not recognize that there should be an accent on my name, because I think when I typed it in, I didn't put an accent on my name. So fair enough, and not something I would expect anything to be able to do, because people can't even do it that well sometimes. I want to put in that text, so I think I saved it as a file. Let's see. Yes, I did. So we'll drag and drop two things. So this is a transcript of a presentation I put together for what I want to do is use Manus to create some communication. So the presentation is explaining how CryptoCycle works, the idea behind it. I just dropped in two whiteboard presentations that are referenced by that speaking transcript. There's another file I want to include, which I didn't reference in the transcript, but maybe it'll be useful. And this is the big piece. I think that's it. All right. What do we have for options here? Standard, high effort. So standard mode provides an optimal balance between quality and speed, suitable for various everyday tasks. And high effort mode employs longer chain of thought reasoning and performs more detailed task breakdown, though it requires more processing time and consumes more credits. During the beta stage, this mode is only available to Manus Pro users. So I can't even use it. So standard will be what it is. Alright, so basically, if I were doing this in ChatGPT, I'd be using, and let's do a little side by side, why not? Why not? Excuse me. So if I put ChatGPT here, and we will do this. No, I don't want to do this comparison because I already know ChatGPT is not going to be able to do what Manus can do. So I won't do this side by side. Maybe I'll do this in ChatGPT after, um, in a different presentation, but we'll just stick with Manus for now. Okay, so it's going to stick out standard. I've already attached my files. These are the credits apparently, and we'll see how these credits work. Let's see. Learn more. What are credits? Credits are our standard unit of measurement for Manus usage. The more complex or lengthy the task, the more credits it requires. Credits are primarily consumed based on tokens used for task planning, decision making, and output generation, used for cloud environments that support file operations, browser automation, and code execution, virtual machines. Third-party APIs used for accessing integrated external services such as financial data and professional databases. Specific credits consumption for a task is determined by its complexity and duration. Yep. They're only consumed during active task processing, and provide a full refund of consumed credits for tasks that fail due to technical issues on our end. That's cool. We will continuously optimize system efficiency. Here are some examples. Nice. NBA player scoring efficiency quadrant chart would be considered standard. So data analysis, visualization, research. Durations 15 minutes, 200 credits. Okay. 25 minutes for 360 and 80 minutes for 900 credits. And this is Daily Sky Events web app with location-based reports, complex app development, data integration. So this is probably what we're looking at. So we can expect to use almost all our credits, perhaps. And although maybe we'll be in here because we've given it a fair amount of information. So we'll see. For free users, you can upgrade to a membership for more credits. Okay. If you're already a member but need more credits, you can purchase add-ons. Will credits expire? There are 3 types of credits. Free credits, received upon registration and never expire. Monthly credits obtained through membership subscription, reset automatically. Add-on credits, available for purchase by members only and never expire. I'm just looking at my pause was over the monthly credits. Obtained through membership subscription and reset automatically. But I guess the question is, do they carry over? And from that example, it doesn't say anything about it carrying over, so I would assume no. Credits are consumed in the following order: monthly credits, add-on credits, free credits. Add-on credits can only be used during the membership period. Yeah, I would guess that you can't roll over credits. Based on that, there's nothing that says you can, so I would guess that you can't. Alright, so we'll see how Manus works and whether it's worthwhile getting a membership. What else do we have in here? That's the bonus settings. Receive exclusive content, sure. Language I can change, apparently. That's fine. Google Drive, we could connect if I wanted to, I suppose. Contact. And let's see what's in here before I just go opening it up. Yeah, we already saw those. Alright. Cool. So we'll close that. We got our stuff in there. And let's just tell it what we want to do. I'd like to make communication appropriate for potential partners in the following channels for potential partners to crypto cycle in the following channels: software developers, Clink customers, Clink stakeholders, crypto cycle investors, community organizations. So software developers would be the people who were developing the API. Clink customers would be I have an account on Clink at Clink, therefore I'm a Clink customer. Clink stakeholders would be the people operating Clink and would be making decision as to work with us or not. Crypto cycle investors would be anybody who's invested in the company of crypto cycle, and community organizations. Put that in there because originally this idea was for fundraising within community. So I wanted to keep them in the mix. I think that they are the audience that I'm most passionate about with this project. So I'd like to make communication appropriate. Okay. All right, well, Manus is working. You can send messages anytime to modify tasks, add information, or stop current work. Feel free to leave this page. Manus will continue working in the background and notify you when the task is complete. That's cool. So, when I've worked with ChatGPT, um, a lot of times it will say, "Yeah, we'll put this together and get back to you." And I tested it, and it doesn't do that. I think I might have a video someplace of me doing that posted. But um, this is cool because it's telling me that it's going to be doing this. And from that, the video that I saw before doing this, not the one that we watched together, um, I saw one of the things they called out was that you can see it's like it working in the background. So that's cool. So let's see what we've got here. Enable browser notifications. Manus will send you notifications for tasks completed. Sure. Why not? Allow. Great. Um, got it. And then we can see here what it's been doing. So I'll help you create a comprehensive marketing campaign for CryptoCycle with a focus on securing partnerships with software developers and Clink stakeholders. I'll review the attached documents first to understand the project thoroughly, then develop the requested materials, including website, technical documentation, and presentation slides. Let me get started right away. Cool. Suggested new knowledge. Knowledge enables menus to learn your preferences and task specific best practices. Manus will automatically recall relevant knowledge when needed. That's cool. Creating marketing materials, communications, focus on securing partnerships. Oh, I see. So it's taking what I had said for some of those things. We don't need to. I'm not going to reject it. I guess I won't mess with that right now. Okay, so it's reading those files, looking at the images, creating analysis, researching Clink. All right, so I've completed my initial analysis of all of the provided materials for the CryptoCycle marketing campaign. Clear understanding of the concept, CryptoCycle aims to be a bridge between Clink's bottle redemption system. Okay, so it's going through. So what's this? That's just what I'm in. Okay, this is what it was. So, view Manus computer. Oh, so you can see what it's doing. Sarah, I can take control. So how do I'm trying to see if I can make this full screen. Instead of making it more difficult to see. So this is Clink. And that's what Manus is checking out. That's cool. This is as large as it will go, I guess. Excuse me. Alright, need some more water. is still going. I imagine it would take a while, um, based on what I've seen. So it's interesting. Micro investing. Why are I mean part of their marketing strategy, I guess. I've completed my research on Clink and Coinbase on Ramp API, which gives a solid foundation for developing the crypto cycle marketing campaign. Doctor, nice. All right, well, we'll let that keep going. I'm going to walk away, and let this record. I welcome you to get up, walk away, or stay and watch. I'll record the whole process through, come back and check on it in a little bit. If you have any comments or questions or messages regarding this, certainly send those along. AndreMauriceDavis.com and fill out the form here, and I will get the message and respond accordingly. Otherwise, enjoy the show here, watching it go. And yeah, again, reach out with any questions and we'll keep the conversation going. Uh, and if this is just an episode and you don't get to see the rest of it, then follow up and join the Genesis network on the school community, school platform. I will have the whole thing there, and you'll get to see everything we're talking about. So, all right, enjoy. Right. It looks like Manus is done. And let's see what we've got. So these are all the screens that it went through. Cool. And we're really right now just interested in the final output. We can look at all the meat and potatoes later. Share a replay of your task. Yeah, let's do that. Or not. Hit this. Ah, there we go. And we'll put this at public access because I'm going to share this with Jacob. So copy that link. And I'll just drop it into a notepad for now. There. So, I've completed the comprehensive marketing campaign for CryptoCycle, focusing on securing partnerships with software developers and Clink stakeholders. The campaign includes all requested deliverables, marketing strategy, detailed strategy document, website with contact form, a responsive, user-friendly website that explains CryptoCycle concept technical documentation, comprehensive technical specifications, presentation for Clink stakeholders, business-focused presentation, campaign summary, overview document. Great. Campaign positions CryptoCycle as an innovative bridge between environmental action and financial opportunity, creating value for all stakeholders while addressing the specific needs and interests of each target audience. All materials are ready for immediate implementation, starting with outreach for potential software development. All right, so let's look at the technical documentation first. Preview it here. CryptoCycle is a middleware solution, so it's going to be an overview, system architecture, Clink system, yep. CryptoCycle, secure, Information box, Clink data connector, transaction processor, Coinbase okay. User authentication, receipt storage, yep. I like that. Clink data connector, functionality, retrieve user balances, monitor account activity for new deposits. That not so much necessarily, but this is a good breakout. These can be modified. Good. So how long is this? Ooh. Well, look at that. Got the requirements, specifications. This is pretty sweet. I think it's good. I'm not a technical guy, so if I'm looking at this and I think based on my knowledge of it, it has what it needs. I've worked with developers and vendors for projects similar to this, so it looks more than I usually see in those onboarding things. So this is great. All right, how do you? Yeah, I want to save that. Is this just? Oh yeah, it's just a Google Doc. But now it's a PDF. This is great. I'm gonna send this over to Jacob, and he can I just want to make sure that the links worked. That's freaking awesome. I'm gonna send. Oops. That's fine. All right. Sure that got saved though. Yep. I'm gonna make that happen now. Um, Show you the professionalism of my emails. Yeah. No, I won't. Do. Link. All right. That is sent off. This is awesome. I mean, this was my primary goal for today to get this document done, and it is. I just sent that off to Jacob, my business partner in this, and he will he will be blown away by it. I'm sure. Sure he will. And that cost us less than half our credits. That's nice. Let's see. So if we go here, um, so it shows what was charged here. Communication strategy. Does it show where it was breaking down? No. That's just for exploration. All right. All right, that's cool. So what else did we do? Oh, we got to give us that website too, right? Um, so well, let's look at the the slides. Let's see. This is the marketing campaign. This is a summary of everything. Comprehensive marketing strategy document outlining. All right, so that would be this one. Let's see what this looks like. And this would be, oh, this is just the overall marketing strategy. This is great. I don't think I need to go through all of this to, I mean, we've already established. Let's look at the um, website real quick. I'm interested to see how that came out. And I don't know if I can, is there a way to see the site? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. So I just clicked on turn it into an interactive website, and that's exactly what I want to do. So that's cool. What else? So it's working on that. So I don't know how long that's going to take. My CryptoCycle website permanently right away. These website files we've already created and set them up for public access. All right. So that's going to town. Well, I'll step away again for a little bit. Nope. Nope, it's working. All right. Let's pull that terminal up. All right. Looks like it's done. No. Looks like it's still going. Still going. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's deploying Still going. Alright, Manus has stopped. Has been up an internal system error. Alright, we'll try again. And I'll stop this recording for now. I think we've seen what Manus can do so far, and I'll come back to it at a different time.